Okay, so good morning everyone. Good morning um, ABM and gas students. Okay, so good morning SMAW. Wala palang applied economics ang SMAW. Okay, so our objective for today, since this is our lesson 3 of our module, okay, so at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to define equilibrium, since that di pa natin alam yung definition ng equilibrium, and then determine the market equilibrium. Okay, determine the market equilibrium and complete the table. Okay, we are going to determine the market equilibrium, kung ano yung market equilibrium na yan, and then complete the table. Okay, ano kayang table ito, since that maraming table eh. May table na mesa. Okay, char lang. Okay, so market equilibrium. Market equilibrium is that if the forces of demand and supply operate together, we can show how price is determined in a market economy. Alfred Marshall, a British economist, defined the law of demand and supply. Okay, the law of demand and supply is defined by Alfred Marshall, a British economist. Okay, so and then okay, equilibrium is a stage of balance when demand is equal to supply. Okay, so medyo maingay dito. Okay, the equality means that the quantity ingay. Okay, the quantity that sellers are willing to sell is also the quantity that buyers are willing to buy for a price. Okay, as market experience, equilibrium is an implicit agreement between how much buyers and sellers are willing to transact. Okay, market equilibrium daw is that equal, kung ano yung just like for example, kung anong dami ng ibibenta mo, ganon din ang dami ng bibilhin ng buyers. Nagets? Kasi nga maraming diyan sa market, pag minsan madami yung binibenta ng sellers, pero yung binibili naman ng buyers is hindi ganun kadami. So maraming tira, ganyan. And then marami namang cases na medyo kaunti lang yung binibenta ng sellers, pero yung gustong bilhin ng buyers is napakadami. So kumbaga kulang yung supply. Okay. So in market equilibrium is that equal daw. So kung ano kadami yung binebenta ng sellers, ganon din yung kadami yung gustong bilhin ng buyers. Okay. Determination of market equilibrium. Market equilibrium is attained when the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied. Okay. Assuming that the demand function for good X is Q sub D or QD, okay, is equal to 60 minus P over 2, which is our P is P is the price. Okay, so 60 minus the price over 2. And then the supply function for good is QS or Q sub S is equal to 5 plus 5 plus 5 times P. Okay, which is P is the price. Okay, Q sub D is equal to 60 minus the price over 2, and then Q sub S is equal to 5 plus 5 times the price. Okay, remember this formula. Okay, so tandaan itong formula na ito or the function, kasi nga ito yung gagamitin nyo in solving or in determining market equilibrium. Okay. Applying the equations, okay, gagamitin natin yung formula or this equation or functions. Okay. We derive the following demand and supply schedules given the following prices. Okay? So the prices are given. Ito yung prices 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 and 16, which is we are going to find the good, which is Q sub saan na yun? Okay, we are going to determine the good and supply schedule of good. Okay. First thing is that we're going to use the Q sub D is equal to 60 minus P over 2. Okay. Since our price, first is that our price is 0, so 0 divided by 2 or 0 over 2 is 0. Therefore, 60 minus 0 is 60. Okay? So, yan, 60. Since na yung price natin is 0, ito, since na 0 yan, so our Q sub D or our, okay, Q sub D is 60. And then, next is Q sub S, which is our supply schedule of good. Okay, so Q sub S is equal to 5 plus 5 times P or 5 times the price. Since the price is 0, so we are going to, we have to 5 plus the 5 times 0 since na we are going to apply the M dash here, okay, which is the multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So we are going first to multiply 5 to 0. So we come up with the result of 0, and then 5 plus 0 is equal to 5. Therefore, our first, okay, 5. Okay, so medyo lang ha, medyo hiwi lang siya, medyo. Okay, so actually yung 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85 is dito yan naka-align. So medyo kaunti lang ha, medyo hiwi lang siya kaunti. Okay, so 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, and 52 is our good. And then 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, and 85 is our supply schedule of good. Okay. Okay. Aside from completing the table, we are going to use graphing. So we are going to graph kung ano yung nakalagay sa table natin. So we are going to use the price as our Y, and then our axis is yung Q sub D and Q sub S, which is the demand and the supply. Okay, so ito po yung nag-come up na result. Okay, listen. Since our, okay, ito yung supply natin ha, yung red, yan yung supply natin. And then yung blue naman is our demand. Okay, and then yung green is dyan sila nag-intersect. Okay, so first, explain ko muna itong red na ito, itong graph. Since our price is, or our Y is 0, so we're going to use 0 and then 5. So, wait. So actually, dito yan sila oh. So actually dito yan oh. Kasi nga nag-ano siya nag-scramble siya. Actually dito yan. Yan. Yung red na yan is actually dyan yan. So, nagka-scramble siya. Kasi nga, 0 and 5, the y is 0 and then the x is 5. So, dapat dito yung red na yan. Okay, nakuha. Okay, and then next is dito yan. Then yan naman is dito. Dito. Kasi nga nag-scramble siya kaya umisbog yung pataas. Okay, our x is 15 and our y is 2. So y natin is 2, which is ito. And then meron tayong 15 dito, which is ito. So sorry for the inconvenience sorry for the inconvenience kasi nga nagka-scramble siya eh. Actually, ganito yan siya. Okay. Yan. Actually, ganyan yan eh. Okay, so and then our demand naman, ito yung demand natin which is Q sub D. And then dito po yung intersection nila which is the market equilibrium kung saan po sila nag-equal, which is 55 and 55. Wow. Okay? So our intersection is that 55 and 55. Okay. Okay. Medyo late na Okay, so 55 and 10 which is the same as the Q sub S, meron ding 55 and 10. So therefore 55 and 10 is the yan. So 55 and 10 is the intersection or the market equilibrium, which is the 55 kasi nga dito pa lang as you can see na they are the same, which is 55. Yan, sayang. Maganda sana yan kung hindi lang yan nag-scramble eh. Okay. Okay, ito yung intersection nila which is 55 and 10. Yan po. So this is the market equilibrium. Okay, equilibrium quantity is attained where Q sub D is equal to Q sub S. So dito po sila nag-equal which is 55 and 55. Okay. Equilibrium quantity is 55 since quantity supplied and quantity demanded are both 55 at the price of 10 pesos, which is the equilibrium price. Okay, elasticity of demand and supply. We have learned how demand and supply respond to changes in their determinants. Goods, however, differ in terms of how demand and supply respond to changes. In these determinants, the degree of the response to a change is referred to as elasticity. Elasticity is a measure of how much buyers and sellers respond to changes in market condition. Okay, ito yung elasticity is that ito yung mga changes, kumbaga just like kung tataas yung price, tataas ba yung demand or madami ba yung bibili? Kung bababa ang price, bababa ba yung bibili or dadami yung bibili? Okay, that is the elasticity. Okay, in terms of how responsive, ang load. Okay, in terms of how responsive demand and supply are, degrees of elasticity may either be elastic. Okay, elastic, a change in a determinant will lead to a proportionately greater change in demand or supply. The absolute value of the coefficient of elasticity is greater than 1. Okay, if the price of LPG increases by 10% and as a result, the quantity demanded goes down by 12%, then we say that the demand for LPG is elastic. Okay. Okay. Ang elastic daw is that the absolute value of coefficient of elasticity is greater than 1. Okay? If mas mataas daw yung kumbaga, just like this one, oh. Since that the increase of the price is 10% and then bumaba yung demand in 12%, okay? We can say that the demand for LPG is elastic. Okay, since na mas mataas yung binaba ng demand, unlike sa pagtaas ng presyo ng LPG. Okay, nakuha. Okay, dito po tayo mag-base. Okay, so ang tinaas po ng price ng LPG is 10%. Okay, ang binaba naman ng demand is 12%. Kasi nga, kapag tataas yung presyo, of course, bababa din yung demand. Okay, alam nyo, dito sa amin dito kasi, is that yung LPG namin dito, which is yung LPG tank, is medyo kano ba? Mga 800 plus yata. Okay, so 800 plus. Nung wala pang lockdown, mababa yan eh. So mga 600 to 700 lang yan yung LPG. So nung nakaraan nung bumili ako is that 800 plus na siya. So medyo bumaba yung demand, which is kaunti na lang yung bumibili, which is nagkahoy na lang sila, nag-uling na lang sila kasi nga tumaas yung presyo ng LPG. Okay, we can say that the demand for LPG is elastic if ganito, if mas mataas yung binaba ng demand compare sa price, which is the increase of price is 10% and then yung binaba ng demand is 12%. So we can say that the demand for LPG is elastic. Okay, yan lang tandaan nyo ha. Okay, inelastic. A change in a determinant will lead to a proportionately lesser change in demand or supply. The absolute value of the coefficient of elasticity is less than 1. Okay, suppose the price of cell phone load goes up by 5%, okay, and the quantity demand goes down by 3%. Then we can say that demand for cell phone load is inelastic. Okay, inelastic siya kasi nga, kasi mas mataas yung percent ng pag-increase ng price compared to pagbaba ng demand. Okay, nakuha. Okay. Kahit tumaas yung yung presyo ng load, kaunti lang yung binaba ng demand. Kasi nga halos lahat ng tao is nangangailangan talaga ng load. Okay? Whether you like it or not, kailangan mo talagang magpa-load. Gaya ngayon, since we are online tayo ngayon, kailangan mo talaga magpa-load. Kung gusto mong mag-aral, kailangan mo talaga magpa-load. Okay, we can say that it is inelastic if mas mababa yung mas mababa yung binaba ng demand compare sa tinaas na price ng cellphone. Unlike dito, mas mataas yung pag-increase ng price, okay, which is the 10%. Sorry. Mas mababa yung percent ng pagtaas ng price compare sa percent ng pagbaba ng demand. Which is 10 to 12%. Dito naman is that 5 to 3% kasi nga mas mataas yung percent ng pag-increase ng price kaysa pagbaba ng demand. Okay, so it is inelastic. Okay, another one. Ito yung tatandaan nyo. Okay, the coefficient of inelastic is less than 1, which is different from the elastic, which is greater than 1. Okay? Another term yan na tandaan nyo to identify if the demand is elastic or inelastic. Okay, next. Unitary elastic. Okay. It is not greater than 1, it is not less than 1, but it is equal to 1. Okay? Hindi siya mababa, hindi siya mataas. Equal to 1. Okay. Unlike kanina, which is the percent, we are talking about percent. Okay. So, unitary elastic siya if yung pagtaas ng presyo, yung percent ng pagtaas ng presyo is the same ng percent ng pagbaba ng demand. Kuha nyo. Okay. The price of string beans. Ano yung string beans? Okay. Yung beans na parang string. Okay. Kita nyo yung sa gitara. Ay, hindi. Parang string talaga yan eh. Hindi yan kinakain. Okay. The price of string beans goes down by 6%. Okay? Yung price daw ng string beans is bumaba ng 6%. And then, as a result, the quantity demanded goes up by 6%. Okay, so tumaas daw yung demand, which is 6% also. Kasi nga, bumaba yung price ng beans, so mas dumami yung demand, 'di ba? Mas kumbaga mas halinon hinuon siya kay mas mababa yung price. Okay, they are the same, 6%. Okay, so we describe the demand for string beans as unitary elastic kasi nga they are equal. Okay, different from elastic and inelastic. Okay, ang inelastic is that mas mababa yung percent ng pag-increase or pag-decrease ng demand kaysa percent ng pagtaas or pagbaba ng price, which is different from elastic. Ang elastic naman is mas mataas yung percent ng pag-increase or pag-decrease ng demand compared to the percent of ng pag-increase or pag-decrease ng presyo. Okay, next. Elasticity of demand. The elasticity of demand that deal with the responses to a change in the price of the good itself, in income, and in the price of a related good, which is a substitute or a complement. Okay. Yan daw yung elasticity of demand. Okay. Price elasticity of demand. This measures the responsiveness of demand to a change in the price of the good. The concept of elasticity is measured in percentage changes. The value of price elasticity may be measured in two ways. Okay. First is arc elasticity. The value of elasticity is computed by choosing 2 points of the demand curve and comparing the percentage changes in the quantity and the price of those 2 points. The computation of arc elasticity makes us of the following formula. Okay, all you have to do is tandaan ang mga formula na ito. Okay. So, first, for Q sub 2 minus Q sub 1 over Q sub 2 plus Q sub 1 all over 2 yan. Okay? So, all over 2 yan, just like this one. Q sub 2 minus Q sub 1 over Q sub 2 plus Q sub 1 all over 2. Nakuha. Ganyan yan ang pag ano niyan ha. ang pag-arrange niyan. Okay. Divided by P sub 2 minus P sub 1 over P sub 2 plus P sub 1 all over 2. Okay, the same lang yan. P P sub 2 minus P sub 1. Okay. Divided by P sub 2. Padalas yung ubo ko P sub 2 plus P sub 1 all over 2. Okay? All you have to do is tatandaan lang yung mga formula na yan, where Q sub 2 is the new quantity demanded and the Q sub 1 is the original quantity demanded, which is the Q sub 2 is yung changes. Nakuha. If the demand is ganito, and then the new quantity demand will change. Nakuha. Which is the Q sub 1 is the original quantity demanded. Okay. The P sub 2 is that the new price of the good, and then the P sub 1 is the original price of the good. Just like for example, if the price is 10 pesos, therefore the P sub 1 is 10 pesos. If the 10 pesos will change into 12 pesos, therefore 12 pesos is the P sub 2 or the new price of the good. Okay, next is point elasticity. Measures the degree of elasticity on a single point on the demand curve. Changes on a single point are infinitesimally small. Infinitesimally small. Okay. Okay, ito yung tatandaan nyo na formula. Where Q sub 2 is the new quantity demanded. Q sub 1 is original quantity demanded. P sub 2 is the new price of the good. And P sub 1 is the original price of the good. Okay? Yung Q sub 2 is changes. Again, it is the changes of the demand. Kung ano yung bagong demand, and then the P sub 2 is changes of price, kung ano yung bagong presyo. Okay, tatandaan nyo yung mga formula na ito, arc elasticity and point elasticity. Okay, I hope you learn. Okay, thank you. I hope you learn. Okay, so thank you and God bless.